How's everybody doing? Good. I thought it'd be a good time to show you over at the vet school the earth retainage system that's going in. Pepper Construction started this work about 3-4 weeks ago. As I do this, it's April 6th, and I wanted to take you through the steps of earth retention. It's a pretty neat process, very simple to understand, but and also very important for the project. Let me turn the camera around. So the earth retention starts with a rig. Looks like a crane, and the rig has a huge bit on it. And on this job, because we're so close to the vet school, we can't pound these beams in, so we're drilling them in. Okay? So the operator sets the bit where you see these green flags. These were laid out by the surveyor. And these are what we call soldier beams. And the soldier beams go in one by one. On this job, there's 144 of them. And they go down to a certain elevation, and then they pour concrete around the cylindrical hole. And the beam stays there forever. Okay. On some jobs, I've put them in high, and then we cut the earth retention system down about 3 or 4 feet below finish grade, and then it stays there forever unless somebody wants to pay to remove it. So the first step is these earth retention beams, or these soldier beams, and the second step is putting in the concrete adjacent to them. So what happens next, as I walk over here, is the excavator will come alongside these beams and start digging. And he'll only go down about 4 or 5 feet, and they'll put in what we call wood lagging. You could see the pile of lagging there. And they'll put in this wood lagging, and they'll do this in about 5-foot lifts. So this is the first lift. You can see they're bolted, welded and bolted to the soldier beams. And so now at this spot, the excavator's ready to dig another 5 feet. We'll go down another 5 feet, we'll put another 5 feet of wood lagging in. This job isn't very deep. I want to say we'll probably go down anywhere between, well, over on the east end we'll go down about 2 boards, whereas the deepest part we might go down about 15 boards, about 15 feet. Okay? So you can see they've excavated alongside the lagging everywhere they could. And you could also see where they could, they've started digging deeper. So you could see they shelved this. So I bet you the lower elevation down there is finished grade. That's where our foundations will sit. And now that they've got this wood lagging in, they'll bring this down with it. Okay? I'm going to walk to the other side and show you what we call tiebacks. So on a deep excavation, well, first of all, I should say, these earth retention systems are designed by a structural engineer. Not the structural engineer of record, but the subcontractor will hire a structural engineer, and they'll do the necessary calculations to design a system that will hold back not only the earth behind the earth retention system, but any loads that will get imposed on it. Okay? So in order for the earth retention system to hold itself up, you've got to put in these things called tiebacks. You can see that rig over there, kind of pointed at a diagonal position. They're actually drilling a tieback into the earth retention system. And that'll leave like this rod sticking out. You can sort of see one way over there to the right of the Komatsu. And then they'll attach these steel beams to it. I'll get up close to one of them so you can see it. So here's what a tieback looks like. You can see the diameter. You have a better appreciation for the diameter of this rod. This guy over here is cutting them short. See that? So before they cut it, they're actually going to pull it. They're going to post tension this rod, and then tighten that nut that you see there against that steel plate. So now the earth retention system is held back to the earth. Here's a nice side view of several tiebacks in place. Again, this excavation isn't very deep, so we're only going to have one row of tiebacks. I've done some 40 feet, 45 feet deep, and I've done 2 rows of tiebacks. And maybe on that job there might have been 1 or 2 spots where we had 3 rows of tiebacks. Just depends on how deep it is. So you can see the earth retention system is well on its way. We probably only have a couple weeks to go with earth retention, and then it'll be a couple weeks of mass excavation to get all of this to the elevation we need it to start putting in foundations. We're getting ready to award the concrete package, and we hope to have rebar, reinforcing rods for that concrete package fabricated by probably the 3rd week of April. That would be perfect if we could get it by the 3rd week of April. But if we don't start by the 3rd week of April, it's because we just didn't have enough time to manufacture all the rebar. And again, there's a lot of uncertainty right now with the market, with COVID-19 and all of that. So anyway, that's the quick tour for today. And now you know what an earth retention system is like. Take care.